Hello, welcome to series 1 of my IGTV exercise videos. The aim of them is to take place for my Tuesday night class. So the women that take part in my Tuesday night class, I just haven't found a venue for winter. And I know you're all pretty good at watching exercise videos now with the COVID lockdown. So the aim of this is to take place in your Tuesday night classes until I can find a venue, and then your body and your fitness should be getting ready for your Saturday morning class. For those of you who are tuning in that don't come to my classes, you're more than welcome. My name is Kerry and I've had 2 babies, one 9'9", one 10'1", so I feel your pain. And they are now 1.5 and 4.5, and I also have a pug dog. So on that note, you might see from my sweaty fat brow that this is probably take 10 because they're home and interrupting. So this is just going to be the final take. There'll be interruptions most likely, and I apologize for them in advance, but I'm just going to keep going. I can't do a take 11. My class will typically go 5 sets today, and then there'll be an A and a B exercise within each set. Go through those twice with a break-up exercise for your heart rate. Okay, so there'll be, so say for example, exercise A, exercise B, exercise A, exercise B, break-up exercise, and then into a new set of exercise A, exercise B, exercise A, exercise B, and every set will change. So I'll coach you as we go along. Today's first set, I'll just tell you what that is squat is exercise A and reverse lunge is exercise B. So on that note, if you are within your first 3 months of having a baby, or you have any pelvic problems or notice any chronic pain, reverse lunges, I don't usually do reverse lunges in my pram class, in my post-pregnancy class. You need to take care with them, keep them really high and don't go too deep. Okay, so just stay really high, especially if you're just going back into lunges after having a baby. Reason being, your pubic joint, it doesn't look like there's a joint there, but there is a joint, and it is, especially if you're breastfeeding, you'll be releasing a lot of relaxin, and that joint will be quite pliable or malleable. And if you're doing reverse lunges, which are asymmetrical, and you imagine your pelvis, one leg's going forward, one leg's going back, there's like a bit of a twist action that kind of pings through those joints. So I've put them into my class, but I will be reminding you throughout, don't go too deep. You may not feel it during the class, but you will probably experience pain the next day if you do a lunge following pregnancy. If you're gonna do a lunge, make it reverse, because you don't tend to go as long in your stride, and keep them high. I won't talk too much, I'll get started. So squats, reverse lunges with a side-stepping break, and the side-stepping break will be every set. Already interruption number 1 from the pug dog. So here we go. Started with this. 40 seconds work, 10 seconds rest throughout. Okay. Starting in 7 with our squats. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees hip width apart. Coming down into your squat. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. Weight distribution is going to the back, and you're coming up nice and high. But do not squeeze forward like they do in all the social media videos. And do not stick your bum out. Okay, you'll get a tight back. So we need to turn our core on, straight back into your heels, toes light, chest forward. 10 seconds to go. And then we're going into exercise B after a 10-second break. Break. So when we do a second round of those, I'm going to offer you a progression, or you can stay with a standard squat. For now, we're going into a reverse lunge, side by side, step it back, dropping your knee, trying to stack your body over your knee and your hip. Alright. Should, when your knees dropped, be in a straight line. please stay doing a high lunge if you're within the first 3 months of pregnancy. You don't have to go to the floor. Nice work. It's just all about getting a quad squeeze in there. So now we're going back to our squat. You can stay with a standard squat all the way up to the top, or if you want to progress it, coming down, we're doing 5 pulses and a 5-second hold. 5 pulses with a 5-second hold. Reminder, a full squat up to the top if you're new to exercising. 15 seconds to go. 15, 14, 13. Five seconds to go. Listen to your bodies and break. We're going to do the same with our reverse lunges. We're going to pulse them. Reminder, really important, first 3 months of pregnancy, just teach your pelvis what a reverse lunge is first, okay? Don't go hard. The rest of us, we're pulsing. 3, 4, 5, coming back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, coming back. Your knee is not going to the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5. So between doing this A and B exercise with 2 different variations, you can choose either of those as we move forward in the class. The next exercise we do is going to be a lot more intense and break. And you can choose to do those variations in your place. Right now we're going into side step. Side stepping twice with our knees bent. Away we go. Reminder, if you're in the first 3 months and this is hurting, then you can just do crab walks to the end of your mat. Alright? Listen to your body. Listen to your pelvis. Keep your knees bent. Imagine there is a tightrope above you and you can't stand up, or you're in a low ceiling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great work. Now we're into round 2. Reminder, you can do pulses or full squats, or we're getting into squat jacks for this round. So knees in line with your shoes, then your toes, and we're jumping in and out. Away we go. If you can see yourself or you look down, your knees should be coming in and out with your feet. Okay, none of this. Might look cool on the dance floor, but not here. Alright, gentle reminder, squats, you can never do too many after pregnancy. Okay, don't feel like you're lagging behind if you're doing a plain squat. Plain squats are helping you keep up. 3, 2, 1. Nice work, break. Next round is into our split jump. So again, there are progressed variations on the first set. So don't feel out of place if you do a reverse lunge here. Otherwise, the rest of us are doing a split jack option. Jump in the middle and split either side. So from the front, you can see them jumping in the middle and jumping each side. Or harder option, dropping the knee, splitting. Trying to keep your shoulders stacked over your pelvis. 1. Nice work. Back to our squat jacks, or squats, or pulses. 3, 2, 1, away we go. 40 seconds on. I really honestly mean you can never do too many squats after pregnancy. They're symmetrical, they're glute strengthening. Quite often after pregnancy your glute gets really weak, your glutes, because your belly pushes forward, which means your butt sticks out, which weakens your glute muscles. So glutes glute work is really important after pregnancy. 4, 3, 2, 1, break. Into our lunges, split lunges. And do them this way. 3, 2, 1, stepping back, drop the knee, switching. I do a lot of lunges in my normal classes because in mum life, you're getting up off the floor so many times. And so many people drop down and really lean forward. So try to keep strong, keep upright. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Into our side steps. 4, 3, 2, 1. Away we go. Remember not to stand up. Try and get a little bit faster. Focus on the pulling your legs towards you for your pelvic floor. Pull your pelvic floor up. 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Now, we're going to get into planks. Please remember to start with, get into tabletop, tuck your tailbone, stay here. If you're new to planks, push the floor away from you. You can practice one knee up, other knee up, one knee down, knee down. If you're new to planks, so make sure your tailbone is tucked at the top, your kneecaps are pulled, and your glutes are squeezed. And away you go. Otherwise you can practice holding. One leg down, holding. Other knee down, holding. These are all varied options. I do them as we go so that I don't spend too long at the beginning of each exercise slowing them down. Whew. Sorry. Okay, we're going to get into our pelvic thrust. So fingertips to heels. Sorry, we're eating into time a bit here. Fingertips to heels. Pelvic floor pulled. Tuck, curl and lift. Neck relaxed. Lower back and your butt touches the ground at the same time. Your knees are not wobbling or wavering. And your butt does not touch the ground first. Breathing out to push and to come down. Toes are light. Heels are pulling towards you at the top, so you get into your hamstrings. Break. Back into our planks. Remember your variations from the first round. Otherwise you can come down into a full plank. Make sure your kneecaps are pulled up, tailbone is tucked, your glutes are squeezed, stomach is lifted off the floor, but your butt shouldn't be high. If you squeeze your kneecaps and squeeze your glutes, squeeze your butt, then you should be nice and straight. Push your elbows into the floor, pull your elbows towards your feet. So you should be able to slide your elbows towards your feet. Everything's tucked, tightened. Finish in 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Back into our pelvic thrusts. Fingertips to heels. Neck relaxed. 2 fists between your knees. Up we go. Tuck, curl and lift. Lower back and your butt touches the ground at the same time. You shouldn't feel your butt touch the ground on its own. Toes are light. Heels are kind of pulled towards you within your shoes. Up and down. Breathe out to push up and to come down. We are doing a big series of pelvic thrusts after this, so this is just a warm-up and break. One more round of side steps. 3, 2, 1. Reminder, you can do crab walks, okay, or your full side steps to keep your heart rate up. Try and make your feet move faster. This round, it's your last round of side steps. 20 seconds to go. Let's step it up. Push off the floor, pull yourself back. There we go. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. You're ready. Things are going off. I'm getting into a series of glute bridges now. So I'm not bound by a timer. I can guide you step by step. You are putting 3 fists between your feet so that they are hip width apart, but your heels are sort of just at your fingertips. Oh, throw up. Heels at your fingertips. Check your knees, 2 fists apart. That's where they're going to stay. Okay, fingers flat on the ground. Nice relaxed shoulders. Chin kind of just an apple, not a golf ball, an apple. And you're going to take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to tuck, curl and lift up. And we're going to do 10 standard pulses. Away we go. Lower back and butt touches at the same time. Away we go. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out to come out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stay at the top. We're going to pulse. Tuck your tailbone so you're not using your lower back. Slide your heels towards you. And pulsing for 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heel toe in so your feet are together-ish. Or there's a golf ball between them. You're going to lift your right leg, point to the ceiling. Single leg bridges. Slide your heel towards you. Away you go. 1, 2, 3. Keep your hips level. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Staying up high. Drawing a big circle with that foot. Coming across and in front first. All down, around, and 1. Only 5, 2, 3. Try to stay high. Use your hands. They're nice and big and wide and flat. 5. Other way. And down, around, and up. 1, 2. Out, down, across, and up. 3, 4, and 5. Staying up, bending your knees, flicking your heel, and away we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax, foot down, other foot across, pull towards you, and enjoy the stretch. Now we repeat that on the other leg. So that first time is always going to be a bit messy because you haven't done that sequence before, but hopefully you can replay it and repeat that leg after if you were trying to keep up. Otherwise, I'm going to go to our other leg now. Get yourself set up so your feet are hip width apart, fingertips to toes, hand open and flat. Relax your shoulders, apple under your chin. Pull up your pelvic floor so you're holding your pelvis together. Tuck, curl and lift up. And we're going to go for 10, making sure your lower back and your butt touch the ground at the same time, not your butt on its own. Okay, ready. Heels slide towards you. 1, 2, 3, 4, keeping those knees still, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, staying up. Slide your heels towards you, hands flat, pull your pelvic floor together. We're going to do pulses. Tuck your tailbone ever so slightly so you're not using your lower back. Away we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heel toe together, so there's a golf ball between your feet. Staying nice and high. Hands nice and open and flat, full contact on the floor. Pointing your left foot up. Away we go. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Staying up. You're going to swoosh your leg over in front of the other one. Down, around, and up for 1, 2. Holding your other leg still and stable. 3. Pelvis should stay level. Don't let your left pelvis drop. Left side drop, sorry. 5. Other way. Out, down, and up. 1. Use your stability here. 2. 3. Up, down. 4. It's not a big movement. 5. Bend your knee, lift your foot, away we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, keep it up. 6, 7, 8, lower back and butt touching the ground at the same time. 9, 10, whoops, that was an extra one, sorry. Foot down, cross your other foot over, and pull. So the goal with the big circles is to do them steady and as big as you can be stable. If you start to wobble, reduce how wide you do them. Alrighty, now we're going to go into core.
Can I draw something?
Yes, you can draw on that now. Thanks. All done. You can wipe it off if you want. Just stay out of the camera. Sorry. Alrighty. We're going to get into some of my favorite core exercises. These are what I still do 18 months after having a kid, and it really it's a guided progression, so stay at the level that you feel is right for you. Okay, really important after pregnancy to prep your core before loading it and listen to your core. If you've had a diastasis recti separation, check with your physio first before you do any kind of core loading. It's worth every single dollar to go see a physio if you've had any kind of separation. While we're here, we can check it. Duck curl and lift your chin. Dig your fingertips into the middle of your core. If there's a big divot there, if your fingers sink in, then you've got a separation. Most likely, so get it checked out by your physio and have it either confirmed or have it denied. You're better off to be safe than sorry. Your core supports your back. Take care of it. But what we will do is take a deep breath in and arch our back. So big arch into here. Now close your lips ever so slightly. So you have to really push your breath through, and that will help you recruit more muscles as we curl into the floor. So deep breath in. Press your lips. Press your spine into the floor. Take another deep breath in. Arch back and deep breath in, close your mouth, press into the floor. Now we're going to stay pressed throughout our exercises, okay? So if your back starts to lift, then you're better to stop and just come back to doing these exercises. This is how you can re-engage your mind and your core together, okay? So just doing your arching and your pressing as your first variation, okay? Once you're pressed, you're engaged, your ribs feel strong. Dig your fingers in a few inches in front of your hip bones. Make sure that's nice and tight. Do all these checks throughout. You can lift your feet, okay?
Yeah.
Even breathing here is another variation. You don't have to progress. If you're going to progress, you can put your hands on your knees, lift your chin, pressing for 10, 9, 8. You're pulling your knees towards you and you're pressing your knees away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, relax. Take a deep breath. Arch, deep breath in. Close your lips, press. Turn everything on. Dig your fingers. Is everything strong? Lift your knees. If you can hold that strength while you're breathing, you're ready to progress. And hands to knees, chin tucked, away we go, counting to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet on the ground, relax. So a key thing to figure out is if you can keep breathing and hold the strength to a very good level, then you are ready to take the next step, okay? Again, here we go, next variation, deep breath in. Press through your lips to breathe out and flatten. Turn that contraction up to a 10. Dig your fingers in as everything turned on. Lifting, pressing, and away we go. We're going to drop one hand and one knee at a time. 1. You can stay at a press if you want to. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't forget to press into that knee. 5, and break. Last variation is only for the very, very recovered through your core. Please stick to the regressions that I've offered so far before you try this. And if your back lifts at all, go back to a constant press where you can keep your back flat. Away we go, deep breath in, arch. Breathe out and press. Check everything's turned on. Press into knees, tuck, curl and lift. And away we go. 1, 2 legs together. 2, option to go high. 3, for less of a load. 4, 5, we're going to 10. 6, press. 7, press. 8, press. 9, press. 10, press. Knees down, relax. Whew. We did it with not too much interruption. Lying on your tummy, hands beside your shoulders. Press and roll. Deep breath in. Stop where you can. Keep going if you want to. Deep breath in. Open your rib cage. Slide your ribs through your elbows. And push back. Walk your fingers forward. One more time. Lying down, hands under your shoulders. Push up, deep breath in. We might actually get there. We might actually have an official video to post, Bruce. Nice work. One exercise that I always do in my classes is you can choose to either have your knees together or apart, depends on your anatomy. So listen and just shift your knees in during the stretch to find out where it feels good for you. But during pregnancy you get quite tight hip flexors from your pelvis turning into anterior pelvic tilt. So you've got like 2 minutes to go. Okay, almost done. So then you're going to come up nice and high, hands on your hips, and you're going to push forward and squeeze your butt. If there's anything left, push forward.
Just ran super fast, right?
You can put your hand down on your heel if you want to. And know that a lot of ladies really like having the other hand come up and over. But just make sure you can squeeze your butt, push your pelvis forward. You want to feel a stretch in the front. Okay, coming down over the side. Stay with your hands on your knee, on your butt, or go down to your heel and sweeping over. Nice work. A really important one. Here we go, all the interruptions are going to start now. Is finding your, you can use a jumper, or in prime class we'll use a TheraBand, but you can use anything. Trying to hold them kind of semi-close together, about shoulder width. Hands go up and back. Key thing with this one is to try not let your head drop forward. Keep your head stacked and try and use your upper back to pull the cord, whatever you're using, pull it away from your head. And find different heights. It'll feel different at different heights for you. So important after having kids and mainly holding them all day, every day, carrying them around. You'll probably want to stay here for an hour, so I might leave you to it. Just make sure your head doesn't drop forward. Nice work. And we did do a very brief stretch of our glutes while we were just finishing off each side, but your other one is foot over, sit back. While you're here, you can have one hand in front of the other hand tucks under and holds, and then try and lift your shoulders up. Nice one on the shoulders. And switching around, other foot goes over the other knee, bending into it. One hand stays bent, other hand wraps around to the front and lifting up. Weight in your heel. Awesome, guys. I hope that was 32 minutes. I think there was 3 minutes of talking at the beginning, so that was a 30-minute class. I hope that is helping you. For those of you who go to my class, this is going to be a bit of a broken record, but for those of you who are new, most of my exercises will really focus on glute strength and core. I don't do much upper body. Your kids do that for you. You could probably lift a tractor tire if you wanted to. If I'm carrying kids around all day, but most of my classes will go glutes and core and stretch hip flexors, and you need to ask husbands or your wives to massage the lower back. After pregnancy, during pregnancy, your belly protrudes forward, which means that your anterior superior iliac spine, the bony bit in the front, and your posterior superior iliac spine at the back start to tip forward and up, which means your hip flexors have to take up slack, which means your lower back has to take up slack. They get tight, and from sticking your butt out and from sticking your tummy out, those two get weak. Okay, so classes that you'll see on my page will often be glute strengthening and core strengthening and hip stretching, and something on your lower back probably needs to be done on your own to try and tilt your pelvis back into neutral. So from this to this. All right, very brief summary. Hope that was really helpful. Feel free to leave me a comment if you really liked it, and I'll hopefully think of something new for next Tuesday with hopefully no interruptions. Ciao!